It gives the music depth, basically, or like the spaciousness.
Hi, this is Alvaro. Today I have the honor to be in Concertgebouw with producer, composer, singer-songwriter ML Buch. Hi, thank you for your beautiful show and for being here.
Thank you.
Was there a moment in which for the first time, apart from playing music, you felt like you had the urgency to write something yourself, like create your own piece of music? Do you remember when that happened for the first time?
I think I was 14 when I began. I had an acoustic guitar and, the good old. Started out by, making songs on a guitar. But I felt when I got my first laptop as a 17-year-old or something, that was what really blew my mind, because I could make arrangements and layer stuff and make longer passages of, you can just be very creative. I just used it as a tape recorder or something.
The production of your music I think it feels very light. I was wondering if you can talk me through what was the recording process and also the reamp part that I heard about.
Yeah. I knew that I wanted to play more guitar. So I bought this 7-string Stratocaster, and I changed the strings around, or the order of the strings, and I found an open tuning that I like. But I also like to, have a dialogue with different plugins, guitar plugins, that are trying to understand some information I'm giving it. And then it's like it kind of usually misunderstands the audio I'm giving, and I like that, translation thing. So it's partially a digital process of just fucking around in the computer and then, sitting and playing. I was in the countryside. I lived by the sea, and it influenced how I worked, and maybe the spaciousness. I saw the horizon all the time, and that did something to me. And I heard the wind in the trees, and so I recorded a lot of wind and implemented it. And maybe it's not, audible, but maybe you feel it, or the sense of space was important for me. Just to create different sensibilities. I thought it was fun. Actually, the whole process was mostly about having fun and just experiencing stuff. So, taking the car out and reamping guitar parts through the car stereo, and then recording it with the microphone.
Okay, that's why.
Yeah, and then it's there, but it's layered with, so it's a lot of layering. I reamped in a sauna, and a swimming pool, like a changing room. It just it gives the music depth, basically, or like the spaciousness, or some noise. I like the amp emulations and the way they emulate noise, but I like to mix it with the real thing. Or I think the mixture of the very digital, clean, vacuumy kind of sound is nice to mix with something really human and chaotic, or dusty. At the same time, I like a great melody, so I love the combination of something catchy, or like a riff or a great hook.
I tend to overanalyze things and like really focus on what I'm listening. And with your album, I really struggle to do that.
Yeah.
When you are in the shower and you just are lost, and then it's 20 minutes that you're in the shower and
Sounds
you don't realize.
nice.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
But it's just that sometimes I'm like, okay, let's pay attention to the lyrics and see what's going on.
Oh
And
yeah.
then after a bit, I'm like, wait, what's happened? Where am I? But no, but
Sounds
it's
great.
very nice. Yeah. After you close the master of an album, what's your relationship with that music that you just wrote?
After we close the album, or I close the album, I've just been listening to it over and over
So
for
many times.
so many times, and yeah, I need a break. And also, just it's really nice to, you know, just give it to someone else. Use it in your lives if you wanna, and please don't if you don't wanna. I mean, but it's really nice to pass it on. I like to sit in like are they called reading rooms or reading halls in libraries? Yeah, and where, you know, other people are concentrating. That's kind of nice. And yeah. And
Best
now I need
place
to work.
to write music in silence.
How
does that work? Or
I've been asked to please turn down the sound, but
yeah,
I think
now
the
I
concentration
wonder
is
like how many people ran into you while you were working on your music, and you were like in a library, in a sauna, in a car, on the streets.
I don't know. I just like to be other places than in a studio with 2 studio monitors, and yeah, not that inspiring for me, I guess.
In the last couple of years, I came across a lot of great music from Copenhagen. I'm always interested in trying to figure out how music scenes develop or evolve. If I listen to Suntub or Breakdown by Astrid Sanne, or When You Wake Up by Molina, like it's obviously like different stories, telling different stories, but to me it also feels like you're speaking a similar language musically.
Okay, yeah.
And I was wondering, do you feel like there was like a shared experience or something in common that sparked the creativity in the 3 of you, but possibly also other people who live or are active in the city?
Maybe we have some connections. Maybe we share the same aesthetics in a way, or maybe we're adventurous in production and stuff. Like we talk about that with each other. It's very nice to have a community or just friends that are also colleagues. It's really, really nice because it can be pretty isolated.